Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. JUZ 29 is Tabarakallah. It comprises of chapter al-Mulk with 30 verses, chapter al-Qalam with 52 verses, chapter al-Haqqa with 52 verses, chapter al-Marij with 44 verses, chapter Nuh with 28 verses, chapter al-Jinn with 28 verses, chapter al-Muzammil with 20 verses, chapter al-Mudassir with 56 verses, chapter al-Qiyamah with 40 verses, chapter al-Dahar with 31 verses, chapter al-Mursalat with 50 verses. Now a short detail. Chapter al-Mulk. It talks about the greatness of Allah and beautiful universe that He has created. It reminds people that if they consider the laws of universe and travel in the land with open eyes, they will indeed see that this whole kingdom belongs to Allah and He controls everything. Chapter al-Qalam. The chapter tells us that the message of the Prophet is not the talk of madman. The writings of all scriptures bear testimony of the truth of this message. It urged people to the charitable and help the poor and needy. The story of the people of a garden is mentioned who wished to deny the charity to the poor, and they suffered the consequences in losing everything. The chapter ends with the story of Prophet Jonah, peace be upon him. It urges the Prophet and through him his followers to continue this mission and not to give up in frustration. The mission of Islam is for the whole world. Chapter al-Haqqa. The chapter tells about the fate of Thamud, Ad, Frau, other overthrown towns, the flood that came in the time of Prophet Noah, peace be upon him. It talks about the reward of the faithful and the punishment of disbelievers. At the end, it reminds the people that this message is not poetry of poet and something made up by the Prophet himself. It is the revelation of the Lord of the world. Chapter al-Marij. It talks about the ways of the ascent of the believers. The rise of truth will be gradual, but it is sure. The chapter talks about the problems of human beings in general, but those who believe their character is different. It warns about the coming doom of the disbelievers. Chapter Nuh. This chapter talks about the preaching of Prophet Noah, peace be upon him, and then his prayer for the destruction of the disbelievers. Thus Allah's wrath came upon them, and they were all destroyed in a flood. Chapter al-Jinn. The chapter gives assurance that the message of Allah will be accepted. It talks about some jinn who accepted the message, and in this way gives a prediction that if the present people deny the message, then others yet hidden, but they will accept this message. Chapter al-Muzammil. The chapter emphasized prayers and the reading of the Quran in prayers. It tells the Prophet and all those who stand to preach the message of Allah to take their strength from the word of Allah. Read the Quran and spend your wealth in the path of Allah. Chapter al-Mudassir. The subject of this chapter is Dawah of Islam. The Prophet and his followers are told to stand up to remove these evils and vices from the society. It also gives the warning of the coming doom for those who deny the truth. Chapter al-Qiyamah. The chapter talks about the spiritual resurrection of the soul when it becomes aware of its Lord, and it speaks about the physical resurrection that will take place at the end of the world. Chapter al-Insan. This chapter speaks about the ways human beings can attain growth and spiritual development. The reward of the believers and the characters of the disbelievers are also mentioned. Chapter al-Mursalat. In the previous chapter, it was mentioned how the believers receive the moral and spiritual perfections. Now in this chapter, it is mentioned how the rejectors of the truth have their downfall and are destroyed.